I spooned up behind Rebecca and wrapped my arms around her body until I felt her heart faintly beat against the side of my arm where the freckles had long since faded. Then I closed my eyes and I squeezed. With all my might, I squeezed. I hugged her so tight that I felt her every brittle bone break. Her chest went flat as though her front had touched her spine, and there was nothing to lay between them except a heart that was grateful for the act of being crushed. Through the hint of a smile, Rebecca barely whispered something I could not understand. And then the person I loved more than I have ever loved another lay dead in the arms of the woman who had killed her. To this day, I do not know if I screamed out in uncontrollable joy or unbearable sadness, for I had killed my dear Rebecca, but I had held her in my arms. As I watched the cracks in her lips soak the tears that fell from my chin, I do not know if they soaked up my joy, my pain, my fear. I'm beginning to understand why these three things I must remember if I am ever to understand life. You see, when Georgia Clifford disappeared by that rich man's lake, 2 days after her mother forced her to marry him, did she grieve for being imprisoned in a life she knew she could never fully live? Or did she rejoice when she realized she could choose to change it? Or when Sally Mae Brown's husband hit her one time too many, and she plunged that rusty knife through his heart? Was she overcome by joy for ending his cruelty? Or did she grieve for the tender man he had long since ceased to be? I cannot imagine, because in the same moment, she must have done both. You see, like the choices forced on women who demand their own freedom, life is bittersweet. It cannot be understood. I suppose it can only be lived. How funny. Now I can die because I know I am wise, because I know I cannot understand. How very bittersweet. But as I close my eyes and open my mouth to gasp my life's last breath, if I cannot understand life, then as I leave it behind, how on earth will I understand my own death?